Hey guys, today I am going to be reading you creepy, scary stories of things that really happened or seemed to really happen. I don't know, but the first one I am going to be reading to you is they went to sleep, but the kitchen didn't. Okay, so let's see what this one's about. One night I was staying with some of my friends and we all fell asleep pretty late. Around 3 a.m., I woke up and I heard something that sounded unmistakably like kitchen cabinets opening and shutting. It was loud enough that I felt like I had to see what was going on. I didn't see anyone in the kitchen, so I assumed I was hearing things. Well, the next morning when I woke up, one of my friends was really upset and crying. She said that she woke up in the middle of the night and heard people talking in the kitchen saying, "We are not want to hear anymore. We are important." It was really scary. That one wasn't that scary because there's a warning that says at the top, it says, "These stories are seriously terrifying, so I suggest you grab your bestie and read them together with all the lights on," just saying. Like, that one wasn't even scary. They might get scarier without warning, you know? Like, when one of my best friends came over, we were reading scare stories, like we were taking turns, and we were eating hot wings. But it wasn't the middle of the night. It was just like something we were doing, and there was this one really, really creepy one. Just I forget what it was called, and I remember what it was about, but I forget what it was about at the same time. The next one is called "This is what happens when you drive down a haunted road." When I was 18, I was really into scary movies. I just had an urge to see or experience something scary. It was during this summer that I started researching haunted sites I could visit. Then one caught my attention: Sweet Hollow Road in Long Island. It's a long way from where I live. I live in Ohio. There are a bunch of popular urban legends linked to the site, and all of them have to do with a creepy underpass bridge. I hate bridges, telling you guys, I really, really hate bridges. A few of the stories speak about the violent deaths of children. Okay, that's scary. Not really, but it's sad. One day I told my cousin and brother, who were also ghost story fanatics, that we should visit Sweet Hollows. My thing was blocking it, so I kind of had to stop right there. My cousin had just gotten his license, and my mom insisted on tagging along. When we finally got to the underpass, we found nothing. We didn't see anything out of the ordinary. The only scary thing we experienced at the site was that due to the thin zigzag-like road, we almost crashed into a tree. We thought the trip was a waste. How did they almost crash into a tree, though? Like, who does that? Except for people who were messed up in the head and they were kind of distracted and stuff. Or they were texting on their phone. Like, who would do that out of nowhere? But then something strange happened. The next morning, my mom swore that during the night she felt like someone or something was watching her from under her bed. On the other hand, the rest of us had dreamt up a small boy with black hair. He was pale, and none of us could remember his face. Till this day, we still believe that whoever we saw had to be one of the many children who had died at that bridge. That's creepy. I don't think there's any more scary stories on this. I can read a couple more. Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff here. Okay, I looked up scary stories about insane places. So, America's Most. Oh, we could do this one. America's Most Notorious Insane Asylum Hauntings. Or we could do. Okay. Okay, so we are gonna do 5 real life stories of twins creepier than any horror movie. We're gonna do that one. Then we're gonna do America's Most Nutritious Insane Asylum Hauntings. Then if you guys have any that you guys really liked and you guys want them to be read again, sorry the sun's in my face, just put down a comment and tell me, and I'll look it up and I'll explain it. I'll read it, not explain it, but you know what I mean. It's still loading. Okay, now it's good. Okay, let me get started once I can. Sorry, my computer screen is frozen. Come on, go. Well, this is embarrassing. Okay. Is it working now? Oh my god, this is so annoying. I gotta be able to read it if it doesn't let me scroll down. Still loading. Got the spinning wheel of death. Yay, loaded. That's what we wanted. After I called it the spinning wheel of death, it loaded. Of course it did. Okay, so the thing that it says up here, it's not really the story, but it just is the thing before the story, so I'll read it. Twins get a bad reputation for movies. They are shown as either satanic beings or a parent trapping little brats. Well, this reputation may not be completely unfounded. If you feel bad for being so creeped out by twins, let us share with you some true stories that range from merely weird to downright bone-chilling. Okay, so the only reason I really got into it, like this story, is because my sister has 2 best friends and they are twins. So yeah, and I thought it would be fun to read something about twins after I know them. Got that creepy picture. Okay. Sorry, my thing's acting weird. Okay, this one's about Swedish twins and I can never say that word. Swedish twins go insane at the same time. Okay. That one sounds weird. Mean, it just sounds weird. My computer is acting so weird. What's happening with it? Sorry. My thing's acting so weird right now. Okay, Swedish twins, Ursula and Sabrina Eriksson, had no history of mental illness and lived normal, happy lives with their respective families. Then one day, Ursula traveled from the U.S. to Ireland to visit her sister. What followed was a spree of violence and shared madness that resulted in several traffic accidents, one murder victim, a whole bunch of baffled cops. Sabrina and Ursula were in Ireland when, for unknown reasons, they hopped on a bus to London without telling anyone. The twins were apparently behaving like hooligans whose team had just lost. So the driver kicked them out in the middle of the highway and told them to walk it off. They did just that. They started walking in the middle of the highway, not giving a crap about the speeding cars. There was really a bad word in that, but I didn't want to say it. At this point, they ran into a group of officers who were being filmed for a cops lake show for the BBC. The cameras captured every insane moment that came after that. The video that follows at times looks staged as crazy stuff, but it isn't. There's a real murder conviction to prove it. That's just how British people talk. There's a video, but I can show it to you guys. I can. I don't want to ruin my camera, so I'm not going to show it to you. Okay, so it says in the video, the twins were detained by the cops and appeared calm until Ursula sprinted onto the highway and ran directly into the wheels of a truck. So yeah, I can't watch the video because my computer won't let me. So yeah, I know my computer stinks. The cops hadn't even had time to react when seconds later Sabrina did the same thing and was struck by a car. So weird. That wasn't the end of it. Despite the whole car just struck her thing, Sabrina got up and attacked the officers. It took 6 people to contain her. Ursula was raging too. Probably would have done the same thing if, her legs hadn't been broken and stuff. Sorry, my computer froze again. I literally hate this computer. And then if you guys don't like people saying, hey, I'm sorry, even though I just said it again. That wasn't the end of I already read that, sorry. Afterwards, Sabrina calmed down and was behaving so normally that the cops released her the next day. This proved to be a huge mistake. Hours later, she murdered a man who offered her a place to stay, and then launched herself from a 40-foot bridge. She survived somehow and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Why only 5 years? Because lawyers had no trouble proving that she was crazy when all of this happened. But if Sabrina was the crazy one, why did Ursula jump onto the highway? I have a point there. Let me reread that because there is more, but sorry. But if Sabrina was the crazy one, why did Ursula jump onto the highway too? Neither of them had traces of drugs or alcohol in there, according to sorry, I can never read that word. One of the twins suffered from a form of temporary insanity, and the other was infected by her twin's madness. Their bond was so strong that when one lost her mind, the other did too. They have both since been declared sane, but we're guessing they're not so big on family reunions anymore. Twins separated at birth live parallel lives. I feel like that's going to be a scary one, but I'm not sure. I can figure out how to go down. I'm really able to kill this computer. So I can find when I was playing Sims. No, it isn't. Okay, that's the only one I'm going to be able to read out of the 5. But I really hoped you liked this video, and if you did, please give me some thumbs up, and if you liked me, please subscribe below. And if you guys want to contact me or anything, on Instagram, my thing is, what is my thing? Okay, on Facebook, just look me up as Autumn Reaper, and on Instagram too. I have a couple Facebooks and Instagrams, so, just message all whatever they are, and then whichever one I message you back on, that is the one that I have, and that's the one that I use. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe below. Bye!